So, Mark, we've got efficiency as one of the new insights in this report. What sort of differences in efficiency are we seeing between the various groupings of our participants?
Sure. So if you look at the maturity levels from starters through to leaders and just focus on those two areas, one of the first ones is the spend per supplier. Leaders spend per supplier about €1 million compared to 200,000 for starters. So basically the supply base has been consolidated and they've got 5 times the efficiency compared to starters. So that allows you to do supplier management much more creatively. You've got a smaller supply base to work with, and therefore you can, on the limited resources that inevitably gets deployed to SRM, this allows you to be more effective with those resources.
So we're really talking about people who have got better at category management, are able to deliver a lot more with less.
Yeah, absolutely. And then when you look at the resources side of the commercial or the procurement teams, they are working with about half the resources of starters in the leader organisations. So you can see that there is a massive efficiency gain, spend per procurement team member, being at double in the leaders compared to the starters. So again, it suggests that they're just more efficient with the way that because they've consolidated the supply base, they are much more able to manage those categories efficiently, which is a great benefit, as well as the cost savings, the revenue benefits and the risk benefits on the cost side of the organisation, looking at the supplier spend. This is allowing you to be efficient in terms of the cost to procure as well.
How do we think the operating model contributes to that efficiency improvement?
Yeah, I mean, there's the organisation structure component of the operating model, but this is the great thing about the Galbraith model. It's about the interconnections between all of these factors. So having a clear strategy, looking at process and tools, because again, processes and systems create lots of inefficiency in the organisation. These are all interrelated factors, capability of the people, of course, as well. So that's what we liked particularly about the Galbraith model. It's not just one aspect to fix, it's looking at it in a more holistic way.
Yeah, so and that's the critical piece. There's no point getting excellent at just one area. We've actually got to see that spread of improvement across the whole range of different areas.
I think so. That's what really the survey allows people to do, and the maturity assessment that they can do looks at all aspects and finds areas that I'm sure people are great at, and other areas where there's perhaps some gaps. What we should also say about efficiency is about the time taken to complete category strategies, to create and implement. We can see that in the survey results, the leaders are about 21, 22 weeks to do that whole cycle, whereas it's over 40 for the starters. So again, the strategy is out of date by the time it's implemented. It takes too long, and it's a big stakeholder resistance point about category management. It takes too long. So we can see the leaders can do this much more efficiently, and therefore they're spending their time more on stakeholder engagement, key supplier management, as well as having that strategy that they can keep updated.
So this kind of suggests that having a really good quality improvement plan for category management is absolutely critical, because that's the thing that will get you to these high levels of efficiency.
Absolutely. And that's the great thing about the structure, is it allows people to focus on what makes category management successful. And in a lot of organizations, there's a bit of a leap from having a procurement strategy, an operating model, and then they go and implement category management in often quite an ad hoc way, not quite as disciplined. Some organizations are very disciplined, and they're the ones that are the leaders and get the full value. So it's giving people a structure to at least ask the questions: are these practices that we should consider adopting? Are these metrics that we should look at and start to try and measure?
So is it possible for people to build their own improvement model, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the structure of the report, the questions in the report, prompt thinking about where an organisation may have strengths, where it may have some gaps, and we can also do a maturity assessment using the data from the report to compare people against leaders and against their market sector.